My Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading for the last week of August 2022. And I am going to be glad it's over. I'm not going to do any more readings tonight. I'm going to finish off with you, and then tomorrow I'll do another 3 readings. But don't forget, I'm doing 3 readings a day, but there is basically 4 weeks of readings for each sign that I do. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of editing, a lot of videos, and I need a break. So we'll take this back up tomorrow. And besides that, it's not August yet. So I got to tell you this is that you've been having such an issue with your cards that I went to Doreen Virtue, Angel Therapy Oracle cards, okay? And I pulled a card for you to kind of add to your cards. And I thought, well, I'm going to get a good card. There'll be a good card that comes out. I'm going to show you the card, okay? So I shuffled the hell out of it, and I pulled a card from this deck, okay? And I haven't used this deck for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. So, but it was always shuffled good, okay? So just remember what your second and third week were talking about. And they were talking about addictions, and they were talking about not being able to trust somebody, and you know, a lot of anxiety and shit like that, and healing from addictions and pulling away from addictions. And then I take a totally separate deck, I shuffle it, I pull a card, and this is the card I get. I don't know, my cat must have got caught in the closet. I don't know. Anyway, the card I got is what? Heal away addictions. And that says, okay, it's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. Now, I don't know if you're a spiritual person watching this, a religious person, whatever, but you can look up Archangel Raphael for yourself. But it does talk about, you know, asking for help with healing. So maybe you have to reach out to a professional. Maybe you have to reach out to a friend or a family member, or maybe you have to reach out to your spiritual entity to find help, okay? Now, the first couple of days of that last week, oh, thank goodness, okay? It talks about completions, a completion of a cycle in your life. It talks about responsibilities. It talks about work, promotions, increasing workload. So maybe you're going to get more responsibilities at work, okay? So that's not a negative thing. That's a good thing. But along with responsibilities come, I mean, burdens. A lot of it, maybe you're going to be overtaxed. There's going to be a lot of burdens that you're going to carry. A lot of responsibilities come with promotions, okay? Now, just talk about managing all aspects of a project, or all phases of a project. And this would be, maybe you know every avenue there is of the job that you do, and so you're going to be expected to teach, to learn, to utilize, to do. You're going to be expected to wear a lot of different masks, okay? Now, it also talks about maybe taking on extra responsibilities in job or family, or even in a project, okay? And it does talk about carrying other people who can't or are not able to pull their own weight, perhaps because they're ill, or perhaps because they don't have the skills needed. But it does say that a problem is going to be resolved. There may be a change of careers for you. Maybe you're going to go into management. Nothing wrong with that, especially if it brings... hang on a minute, I have to check the cat. Oh no, this has just been the oddest day, I'm telling you. So there might be a change of careers for you. Maybe you're going to go into management, and it's going to bring you more money, okay? And it's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing, but realize along with that, like I said, more responsibilities are going to come. And are you prepared for it? Are you ready? Is this what you want to do? Is this what you feel you can do? Now, it's talking about you making a commitment. Now, indeed, if you're being offered a new job, or maybe you're moving up to management or training, whatever it may be, okay, you have to make a commitment. And that, again, entails more work and demands more responsibility and more commitment. It does talk about you being able to carry the skills that you already have into this new job, and perhaps you're going to have to instruct other people how to do the same job that you do, or perhaps a job that you left. It also talks about having to simplify your life. Success is going to come from this commitment that you're making in the end of the last week of August 22, okay? Very hard work. This is calling for hard work, but you're going to reach your goals. You're going to gain prosperity and recognition. And you know what, Sagittarius, it sounds to me like that's what you've been vying for, and finally your wish is going to come true. So I give you accolades for that. Now, in the middle part of that last week, it talks about you being cautious, okay, and practical and productive. It does talk about you being loyal to your friends and your family. It talks about becoming a student or perhaps teaching. Now, it could also talk about a child of yours, okay, and their sense of judgment, someone who's very serious-minded, okay, and someone who took responsibility at an early age. Now, the cards may be talking about you. This may be you, where you did take that responsibility at an early age, and it's almost like you took that responsibility, but it was basically forced on you. You didn't have a choice, but you took it willingly because that's just the type of child that you were, okay? Now, it does say that the fact that you took responsibility early in life has taught you many things. It's taught you how to be very frugal with your money. It's taught you bookkeeping skills. It's taught you many different skills, okay? And you're not scared of hard work. But indeed, it talks about this new job is going to bring you positive attributes into your life. Oh my God, my cat is just driving me nuts. Oh my goodness, what are you into now? Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Yeah. Anyhow, let's get on with the reading. So, it talks about you getting a letter or a phone call or an email from someone, and possibly from a water sign individual, okay? And it's someone who's going to transmit very practical information to you. It might even be a notice of money coming to you. It talks about hobbies or collections or money that come from extra work on the side, maybe a hobby of yours or a collection that you have you've sold, okay? It does talk about you being preoccupied with your health. It talks about you turning to herbalism or vitamin therapy, exercise, diet. Now, it also talks about educational projects. So you're getting involved in something where perhaps you are the teacher. Maybe you are teaching skills that deal with holistics or deal with herbalism or vitamin therapy, okay? But it does talk about you getting involved very in-depth in this endeavor. So indeed, looks like you're going back to school, or perhaps you're going to become the teacher, the mentor. Now, at the very last 2 days of that last week, okay, of August, it does talk about this water sign individual, okay? And this is someone who's heading into the future. And it might even be somebody involved in a caretaking role, okay? A social cause, a religious group, okay? A mentor of sorts. Now, it could also talk about family maintenance activities. And how this fits into your atmosphere, I don't know. Perhaps you are helping someone else. Perhaps there's someone in your circle of energy that needs a caretaker. And perhaps this Pisces person will be the caretaker, and it's someone that you have to mentor, or it's someone that you have to provide mentoring for, or you have to find them an appropriate caretaker. If it's someone that you're looking for their caretaker, perhaps you have to interview someone who would be a Pisces sign individual, okay? But indeed, this person is coming in. Now, it also talks about psychic study groups. So perhaps there's someone in your life who has psychic ability or intuitive ability, and you're reaching out to them to gain some type of knowledge, okay, or information. Now, it could also talk about maybe someone you know or yourself joining the Navy, okay, or becoming involved in a water-based activity or job, Maybe you're going to become a plumber. Maybe you're going to become a deep sea diver, or maybe you're going to join the Navy, or anything to deal with water. Maybe you're going to go into a factory where they have water production. Okay, but it's something to deal with water. But it could also talk about an emotional connection to someone in your life. Or maybe you're going to go on vacation near water. Maybe you're going to move. Maybe you're buying property near water, or a job, or a new house, a cottage, okay? You might even be going on a honeymoon. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe this is a sign of love coming into your life, okay? Now, just talk about trips involving children and relatives, providing emotional support for people, celebrating family events, family celebrations such as baptisms, or confirmations, or perhaps even celebration of life, okay, or birthdays. Now, it does talk about this water sign individual being very sensitive and kind and caring. And this is someone who may come into your life who may be a soulmate, okay? It may be someone that is going to help you in some way develop your emotional connection to other people, because it's almost like you have this shaky emotional connection to people in your life, and so you're wanting to acknowledge that, you're wanting to fix it. So maybe this is a counselor. This may be a counselor that you're dealing with. Maybe you're going into counseling, couple counseling. Maybe you're having counseling with a child that you're having issues with, okay? Or maybe you're going into counseling for some type of addiction. But either way, this is a good ending to a very roller coaster month. And indeed, Sagittarius, I wish you well. And I hope that you continue to heal from whatever it is that is holding you back in your life, and move on from the energies that were hoping to keep you in the past. Okay, so namaste, and I shall see you in the month of September. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.